So one of the things I absolutely love to do is to use the research tools that Fidelity offers in order to see what people are doing in the market. When I say see what people are doing, as a brokerage firm, they'll actually let you in on a little insight, and that insight is, hey, here's a lot of the transactions that happened today, so you can see that. And where it comes in real handy is if you're looking at options. So if you're trying to figure out, hey, what am I going to do for options, or what's pretty hot right now, or what is something that somebody knows somewhere that I don't know. And a fun way to find that out is once you log into Fidelity, if you go to News and Research, and you go to the options section, you will get this. And once you get this page, you just go to market overview, and then you'll be presented with things that have exploding implied volatility or imploding implied volatility, meaning that the volatility is going down. Or my favorite is this one, high option volume. So what stock items or tickers out there have seen the most amount of option contracts for some odd reason? Don't know why. Wink, wink. So let's see. If you go down here, you can see the viewful results. Takes you to this page, at which point you can then say, click on here, option volume, and we'll do it again. And for some reason, there have been 529,000 contracts bought or sold. It's kind of interesting. Let's see why. So I've already got it pulled up. So here it is. I'm looking at the option chain, or the charts. If you don't know how to read these charts, I'll try to break it down in another video. But if you're looking at this, what you're essentially seeing is the volume here. So how many transactions have taken place, and the open interest, how many could potentially take place if purchases were made or sales were made, or if there was a buyer and a seller for each. So what I like to look at is on the volume side. So that's going to be this. And how you can look at this is that 15,000. It's getting hard to make that. Let's see if I can make it any bigger. There we go. So essentially what you're looking at is the ticker, right here, okay, and then the expiration date of 2022, April 1st, and it's a call of $11.50. And right now, because it's grayed out a little bit, means that it's in the money, meaning that the current stock is trading at or above $11.50. So if you see right here, the volume says 27,815 of these contracts have traded hands. So a quick way to look at that number wise, so 20, if we do an average, right, so we say 27,815 times, we'll say the closest one, which is like 17, which this is an option, so you multiply that by 100 contracts. So if we're looking at that, that means for this in the money call that's there, there have been around $472,000 worth of it purchased, which is kind of high. But if we look at, zoom out here, something did catch my eye further down, and it's the same for the other side. You can see the puts, right? So The left side is the calls, right side is the puts. You can see the volume of people buying and selling puts. At the end of the day, it's usually pretty cool to see what transpired. So it looks like right here, with a May 20th expiration date, which is in 51 days. 51 days, okay. The $12 strike, which is right here, there were 105,538 call options purchased with that $12 strike. So somebody somewhere knows something, that it's going to go up somehow. Maybe. But I always find that interesting, because if you look at it, 105,538 multiplied by, we'll say an average 37, so 37. There we go. We'll make it green for this time. So there's 105,538 is the volume, and that at $37 a contract, that comes out to $3.9 million in call contracts with a May 20th expiration date and a $12 strike have been purchased. Somebody somewhere knows something. But let's see. We can look at, there's another tool on here. You can look at the probability of this actually working, right? So, model of profit loss. So looking at this is going to tell us our profit loss as the price of the stock goes up. What does that look like for the actual contracts? But what I like to do is go to the probability, which is right here, and let's do a little calculus, which we don't have to do by hand because it's all built in, to see if in May, right, so we say 520, right, target price, is it gonna be over $12? Let's find out. What's the probability of that? Oh, not so good. So it's looking like the probability of energy transfer, LP, being below $12 is 78%. That's pretty cool. So you can slide this and see, or you can slide the actual bar amount. What do we got? It's 1206. Probably goes up. Man. Yeah. We can even look at having it look at the volatility for 180 days. Still not better. Yeah, so this is still showing that it's got a really good probability of being lower. If we only take the last 30 days, not much of a change there. Alright, so this is kind of handy for seeing a projection. If you want to break it down from deviations, you could do like 1, and it's looks like it's definitely not going to make it. Interesting. Well, with that being done, well, look at that. There is a lot of climb going on right there, so I don't know. I'd have to check the news and see what it says about it. But that's just something that I use, is the probability calculator for one, and then you can go back and see, again, the price loss chart, right? So where do you stand if it goes to a certain price? So if we say it's at $12, what does that look like? Hey, we made some money. All right. And then they actually give you the option down here to, if you like this this setup for this option contract, you can trade it right there, or you can buy or sell it. So you can buy to open or sell to open, depending on the position you want to take. And it gives you the Greeks right there. Yeah, but again, this is just like, it depends on how much time you want to burn messing with the tools to try to get everything right. Because you could spend hours trying to analyze like uh, what's a good move, what's not a good move, what's going to make you profit, what does that profit look like. And again, this is all part of the whole, trying to plan your trade so that way you have an entrance into a trade and you've planned your exit. And let me tell you, once you plan your exit, don't don't exit it and then keep going back and checking it. Do not do that. Okay, if you're gonna exit your trade and move on to something else. Because if you come back and you see it's gone up even more, you're gonna cry. But you're not gonna do that because you've made your decision. You walk away with your profits you got, and you're good to go. If you start getting greedy, that's when you start having problems of, hey, you rode the trade too long, it got too close to expiration, and then the actual realistic price it was going to be started zeroing in and eating away at your profits, which can happen, especially if it's not in the money yet. But hopefully this gives you a little idea of, hey, here's some tools that are out there that you can use to see what actually people were buying today, and or what things are getting a lot of attention. So yeah, I hope this helps. Man, if you got questions on it, put them in the comments, and I'll see if I can get to them. But yeah, all right, have fun.